My name is Laura Guthrie. I'm the on-site trainer here at Golden Quest. Today I have with me Lucy, Tattoo KZ2. Yes. Lucy here is a 6-month-old comfort retriever here from Golden Quest, and she has been in training for 5 days. So we're going to go ahead and show you what she's been working on. Like you can see, she's a super happy, sociable girl. So one of the things that she has trouble with new people, even with me when she started training with me, is jumping up to say hello. And I mean, obviously she doesn't do it super rough or anything, so it's not a huge issue, but I am ignoring it and then rewarding her for when she sits by herself. But otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. And all right, Lucy, good. We've been working on her recognizing her name, just like her guardian family has. Yes, very good. I'm going to close that so you don't have me wandering into it. How does that sound? Lucy, sit. Beautiful. Look at that quick response. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Good. Free. Lucy, free. Good girl. Good girl. Touch. Yes. Good job. Down. Down. There you go. So as you can see right there, with Lucy, when she was taught shake, it was good down. Yes. Free. Good girl. Lucy, free. It was where she was encouraged to paw at the hand when the hand was closed with treats. So at first we started working on down. She was a little confused. She wasn't quite sure what she was supposed to be doing. So what I started doing was just massaging and petting around her shoulder blades to kind of help her learn the action I was looking for was for her to move them. And then once she did that and she started going down, I just started marking close approximations until now you saw she went all the way down. She's not doing it as reliably as I'd like, but I mean, she's doing great and everywhere else, and so we're still working on it. It was just a bit of confusion on her part, and she's doing her best to try to understand what the new stuff is, right? Yeah. Good. Good job. Okay. Good girl. Oh, you get that? I dropped it. Okay, good job. Lucy, great. Beautiful. Well done. Good girl. Free. So even though we're still learning the word free, I still implement it at the end of any kind of command that I eventually want to have a stay with. So for example, with the crate door, even though she might be already coming out on her own, I still tell her free verbally to mark that, so eventually she starts clicking and understanding the association between free and removing herself from a position. As you can see, she very much likes food. She loves her food, which makes training a little bit more fun with her. And I saw with the crate, today was actually the first session I didn't have to throw the treat in the crate. Which is fantastic, and I just now started closing the door today as well, just because I wanted her to build the positive association and the understanding that just because I'm asking you to go in the crate doesn't mean I'm always going to close it, and doesn't mean it's always going to be closed for a long period of time. So trying to keep that schedule a bit more varied so she's not quite sure when it's going to happen, and that way she doesn't get such a negative association with the crate. Lucy, come. Good girl. Well done. That was beautiful. Well done. Yeah. Ready? Shake. Yes. High five. Yes. Good girl. Yeah. Free. Good job. So you can see with free, she's been getting a little confused because it's a lot of hand signals for her right now. Ideally, she'll become more accustomed to the verbal cue and she won't need the hand signals, so you can just fade out the hand signals if that's what you want to do, or strengthen them. So what I do, you can see I'm also sweeping with my hand instead of just holding it there for a high five. High five, I keep it up in the air, and then free, I pull it back with my palm facing out and my fingers facing down, and then the high five is up in the air. So she's still trying to figure that out, but I'm trying to make it as clear as possible by keeping the motion with the free, and keeping it clear for her is going to be as important as possible. So I'm trying to make it as least confusing as I can for her. But she's doing real great. Lucy. Oh, such a good job, Lucy. Good girl. Okay, now her guardian family has been calling her the place the bed, which is just fine too. So what I've been doing is I've been trying to see if she's going to respond to that as well with me. So what I've been doing is I've been using both and seeing if she responds, because the first couple of days I wasn't aware of that, so I've been calling it place, and we've been building up the understanding of place between us. But then with her guardian family, she knows bed. So we've been kind of using both, seeing where she wants to go. Bed, place. Good job. Good job. That's a good girl. So with bed, she's been getting more comfortable with me saying it. In the beginning, I don't think she really was. She doesn't really understand why I was saying bed. But otherwise, she's doing pretty great. Good job. Right now, we're just putting up the word history with it, so I'm tossing treats onto it and kind of walking around it a little bit, if she'll let me. Good girl. Good bed. Yes. So when she sits or does something more stationary, I reward her bigger for that. I give her more food, so I give her a bigger handful, and the idea behind that is to help encourage her to perform those stationary positions without being told. Because the place bed is supposed to be a free zone for her, really. It's just supposed to be that she stays on location. So I want to encourage his behaviors, though, because it's nice and calm and relaxing, and it teaches her to relax quicker. Good job. Lucy, free. Good job, baby. Well done. Yeah. All right, I just wanted to get something off the screen real quick. It was on the screen, so that way I can make sure you're still seeing what I see. So, yeah, all right, Miss Lucy. So with the healing, I haven't introduced Elise yet. Her guardian family might have. We can both speak to them and see where she's at with it, you know. But what I've been doing with all my puppies is I try to, because for her I'm new, and that's what you're going to be. So, yes. So since she sat down, I'm going to reward her for that. Because I can tell, she obviously wants food, and she's trying to figure out how to get it from me, so I'm going to reward her when she's sitting. That way she learns that's how you get it from me, and not jumping up and being, even though it's quite adorable, being a goofy girl. Okay, so like I was saying, with the healing, I don't introduce the leash quite yet. The reason being is because I want her to build up that comfortability with being in the position, the heel position with me, and more importantly, I want her to do it on her own accord. I don't necessarily want to have a leash on her and saying, well, we're tied together, so you have to do this. Which obviously is going to be fine in the long term, but right now I'm trying to see if I can get her to feel comfortable and perform the action on her own and just reward her for it and capture it and encourage her to do it. So with that being said, as goofy as it looks, I just start walking around the room, and then once she gets into the right position, then I start rewarding her for it. And if I need to, I'll call her over a little bit. Yes! See, like you can see, she already gets the idea. Yes! Good job. Yes, good girl. Good job. Yes, good girl, Lucy. That's okay, I'm just going to ignore her when she's doing that kind of behavior, and I'm only going to reward her when she comes over to me. And it's something you can do in your house, too, and it's just encouraging her that you have a lot of fun stuff to offer. Good job. Yes. Even though she jumped on me a little bit that time, I'm still going to reward her because she got into the position she was supposed to be. Yeah. Good girl. Yes. Good girl, Lucy. Well done. Good job. Yeah. Yeah. Good girl. Yeah. 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 So as you can see, she's doing pretty great. She's real sweet, real goofy, loves food, so therefore training isn't too difficult with her because she's willing to work for the food. And honestly, it's just the kibble. That's what I work with her on. I have her kibble. That's how I get her to listen. And that's fantastic. Some dogs need something more juicy and smelly and funny tasting to get their excitement going, but not her. Miss Lucy Lou here loves her kibble and is willing to work for it, which makes it really easy for you. Meaning that during mealtime, you guys can just go ahead and ration out her food, put the bowl up and sit there and grab handfuls yourself and ask her to do stuff and just reward her for doing it. All right, Lucy. That's a good girl. Welcome.
Okay. So Miss Lucy here.
It's doing good with her potty training. Just like her guardian family said, she hasn't had a single accident with me here. You're bigger than some of the itty bitty puppies. Yes, you are. She hasn't had a single accident inside for me. You need down. Say, I'm too big for this. Don't let. Shh. Okay, good.
What are you doing?
Good girl. Is that better? Okay, so she hasn't had a single accident for me inside, and she also hasn't had an accident in her crate with me, so that's fantastic. Like you see, she's pretty quiet in the crate. She does bark some, but I mean, there are other training dogs here, and if one gets excited because I'm coming in the building, the others get excited, like, you know, during the morning time. They're like, oh my gosh, she's here! So they'll all start barking. So I can't necessarily discount any of them for that because a lot of it is just exacerbated by whoever decides to trigger it that morning. With that being said, she does very much like her food. She doesn't really care for when the other training dog comes near her food. So they can't be fed together, and that's okay. I mean, I don't always like sharing what's on my plate, so, you know, that's perfectly fine.
You should do. You should do. Yes, because you're a lady. See, I'm a lady, and that's my food.
But all in all, she's doing rather well. She really likes learning, which is awesome considering she's 6 months. Here soon she's going to be hitting her adolescent stage, which is where they're kind of like, la-da-da, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to do this, and I'll come back to you when I want to. Positive thing, like I mentioned, with her being so food motivated, you might be able to kind of entice her more than that streak of being a teenage rebel. So you might have a good chance there with getting some even better treats once she hits that age and kind of getting her attention that way. My comfort is actually in that stage right now, and it's not horrible, but it's definitely one that I'm even kind of putting training on pause until I can get her attention again, because she's not as food motivated as Lucy. So, yeah. Are you checking the crate, making sure there's nothing in it? Yeah. Okay, so she's going to spend the weekend back with her mom this weekend instead of here at the training annex, since usually the weekend they focus on doing their crate training and socializing with kennel staff here. So instead, she's going to go hang back at home with Mommy, and then we'll see you guys next week for her final update. I did get your email today, so in regards to that, she hasn't been exposed to loud, close-up airplane noises. I do play socialization soundtracks for them, but of course that's always so much different when they're experiencing the live thing. With that being said, we can definitely, I can definitely work on her star recovery and see if she has a certain threshold that we need to build up tolerance to and that kind of stuff. So I will get back to you on that, and I will talk to her guardian family about that as well. Yeah. But we'll see you guys next week. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.